Sibingelele sikamukele indaba zesiZulu ngehora lesikhombisa. Igama lami nguNoxolo wakwaMwali. Kanti ke mbukeli umsebenzi wami ukuthi ngikwazise ngeindaba zosuku. Sengifike qathatha angisadle inkobi zamuntu nje. Hlala nami kuze kubekele yagama ihora lesikhombisa. Sikhona futhi nesimo sezulu ngasekupheleni kweindaba. Ngakho hlala phansi nje unethezeke ngiyakuthembisa ukuthi angeke uyisole ngokuhlala la ku SABC. Wana ngapholisa kamaseko ake ngivele ngikhole phekwazi unazi ezinohlonze.
We received the call about the structural fire just after 2 this afternoon. On arrival, we established that the fire had started at the basement.
Kuqubuke umlilo kwesinye isakhiwo esenkabeni yedolobha iGoli namhlanje emini. Lesakhiwo setshenziswa iSARS kanti kukholakala ukuthi kucekeleke imiqulu yeSARS kulomlilo.
Despite having little responsibility for causing climate warming, Africa is warming faster than the rest of the world.
Umengameli wezwe uCyril Ramaphosa ekhuluma kumhlangano wenhlanganweni yezizwe uthi amazwe omhlaba awenze kwanele ukulwa nokuguquguquka kwesimo sezulu uma ngabe qhathaniswa nezwekazi Afrika.
We're playing a very good team. You know, each and every player wants to be part of such games.
Kunemidlalo emine yePSL namhlanje kusihlwa kanti ke ebhekwe ngabomvu ophakathi kweOrlando Pirates kanye neMamelodi Sundowns bese kuthi ke kube neKaizer Chiefs kanye neSupersport United. Sakudutshulwe kwabulawa elinye ikhansela esifundazweni iKwaZulu Natal. Lesigameko sokudubula senzeke esigcemeni sakwa B eMlazi kukholakala ukuthi leli khansela belihambe nabanye ababili ngesikhathi behlaselwa amadoda abehlomile angaziwa avulele ngenhlamvu emotweni ngaphambi kokuthi imoto iphaphalaze iphume emgwaqeni. Ikhansela lishonele endaweni yesigameko kanti ke abanye ababili baphuthunyiswe esibhedlela bese sisimweni esibucayi. Abezimo eziphuthumayo bathwale kanzima ukunqanda omunye umlilo oqubuke esakhiweni esenkabeni yeGoli namhlanje ntambama. Isakhiwo sesikhungo esiqoqa intela iSARS eseMarshalltown sithungeleke ngomlilo emini. Kukholakala ke ukuthi indawo egcina imiqulu eSARS ishe yanqonqa. Imbangela yokuqubuka kwalomlilo ubingakaziwa.
Isakhiwo sesithathu esithungeleka ngomlilo emasontweni amathathu enkabeni yedolobha iGoli. Emasontweni amabili edlule umlilo waqubuka esakhiweni usindiso nengamakhilomitha ambalwa kulesakhiwo kwashona khona abantu abangaphezulu kwama-70 amakhulu balimala. Namhlanje ke ntambama umlilo uqubuka esakhiweni okusetshenzelwa kuso.
We are in a queue to be assisted by a counter. Then all of a sudden a siren just rang a little bit longer. After that the staff service said we should evacuate immediately.
Izimoto kezihanjiswe komunye umgwaqo njengoba abezimo eziphuthumayo bebezama ukucima umlilo.
We received the call about the structural fire just after 2 this afternoon. On arrival, we established that the fire had started at the basement. We are now fighting, trying to contain the fire and extinguish it at the basement.
Izakhamuzi ke endaweni zikhathazekile ngalezigameko.
It's very sad because after 2 weeks or so, there was another building which caught fire. And then to me, it's a wake-up call. Now we have to work together to make sure that this thing, it won't happen again in other buildings.
People are losing their lives. And if we're sleeping at night now, we don't even know if the fire is coming in our buildings or what is happening.
Imbangela yalomlilo iyaphenywa. Akekho ukubikwe ukuthi ulimele.
City Power nehlinzeka ngogesi eGoli iqhubekile nomsebenzi wayo wokunqamula ugesi oxhunywe ezakhiweni ezihlala abantu ngokungemthetho kuleli dolobha. Le nkampani ithi ikweletwa igidi zamarandi ngenxa abantu abangawukhokheli ugesi.
Umkhandlu dolobha iGoli ubambisene nenkampani ephakela ngogesi eGoli iCity Power baphume umkhankaso ezindaweni ezisenkabeni yeGoli benqamula izintambo zogesi ezakhiweni okuhlalwa kuzo ngokungemthetho futhi ezingakhokheli ugesi.
We are doing that to get our money that people owe the city of Johannesburg. Money that is owed to City Power only, we talk of give and take 10 billion rand. That's a lot of money. So as a city, we have a target of 4.7 billion that we must collect monthly. So we are not getting that money. We are sitting at 3.something billion.
Okwamanje leli dolobha libhekene nengqinamba yabantu abaphinde bazixhumele ugesi ngokungemthetho uma usunqanyuliwe.
Now we're going to go across the street. One of the buildings that we cut off last week has actually reconnected themselves back. So we're basically going to conduct level 3 cut off there so that they are not able to even reconnect themselves back.
Ziyisishiyagalombili izakhiwo ezihanjelwe namhlanje, kanti-ke esinye sezizathu zalokhu ukusha kwezakhiwo sokuba insakavukela kuleli dolobha.
Also again, we are doing this program because at the fire that happened some weeks ago, you know, it requires that as a city government, we must just do something to deal with these illegal occupied buildings across the city. And now this is part of the action that we are going to do to deal with them successfully. So others are occupied by people who we can't account, we don't know them. Others come from abroad and so on, what have you. So this is a problem. We are here today as a follow-up of last week because we got the feeling that it was resistant.
Kulindeleke ukuthi lo mkhankaso uqhubeke nangesonto elizayo.
Owengamele umnyango wezempilo eLimpopo uDokotela Phophi Ramathuba uqinisekisile ukuthi izisithuphi idumbu esehlonziwe zabaphangalele engozini ebandakanya ibhasi neloli ngesonto eMusina. Kanti ke uhlelo lokuhlonzwa kwedumbu liqhubekile namhlanje esibhedlela eChilizini ngaphandle kwaseThohoyandou eLimpopo.
Kube usuku olugcwele umunyu njengoba amalungu emndeni yabaphangalele ebehlonza abathandiweyo bayo. Umnyango wezempilo owezenhlalakahle kanye nezithunywa zasemayini Venetia bebekhona ukuzoduduza imindeni eshonelwe. Bayishumi abantu abashe ngendlela yokuthi akubonakali ukuthi obani.
We need a next of kins, we need children, we need parents who are there so that we can start with the DNA collections, the sampling process.
Nakuba imayini DBS Venetia yavalwa ngomsombuluko kulandela lesigameko, kepha ukusebenza seqalile futhi.
Our employees are getting back to work. We understand that it's going to be a process. So we are making sure that we follow proper processes to ensure that we return operations back safely.
Owesilisa ushonelwe indodana yakhe neminyaka engama-35 ubudala usakhungathekile namanje.
Bana babararo. Nakubasizana.
Ingqondo yami sebumnyameni njengoba eshiya amadodakazi amathathu. Njengamanje angazi ukuthi ubani ozobanakekela. Ngifise ngathi engabe mina odlulile emhlabeni njengoba sengimdala nje.
Ngikutabe ngwele stress.
Eminye imindeni inqabile ukukhuluma nabezindaba yathi kusenzima ukukhuluma ngalolu daba.
Umengameli wezwe uCyril Ramaphosa usephosele inselele amazwe athuthukile emhlabeni ngokuthi abambe iqhaza libonakalayo emzamweni ukubhekana nokuguquka kwesimo sezulu okubangelwa kakhulu ukungcoliseka kwemvelo kanye nomoya. Wethule umbiko wakhe oqukethwe iNingizimu Afrika emhlanganweni omkhulu wenhlangano yezizwe oqhubekayo eNew York.
Umengameli wezwe uCyril Ramaphosa uphinde wagcizelela ngelokuthi izwekazi lase-Afrika linesilinganiso esincane kakhulu ngokungcoliseka kwemvelo nomoya emhlabeni jikelele. Kodwa yilona futhi eligcina selithwala kanzima ngomthelela olethwa ukuguquguquka kwesimo sezulu okubangelwa ukungcoliseka kwemvelo nomoya nathe kwenziwa kakhulu amazwe amaningi angaphesheya kwezilwandle.
Despite having little responsibility for causing climate warming, Africa is warming faster than the rest of the world. Like other parts of the global south, the continent is significantly affected by climate change. As such, climate actions cannot be separated from the drive for sustainable and inclusive development. The science that we see sends a clear message that the world is not on track to meet the goals contained in the Paris Agreement.
ElaseJalimane alihambisani nokushiwo iNingizimu Afrika kulesi sithangami njengoba lithe selihambe elide ibanga ekunciphiseni ukusetshenziswa kwemikhiqizo engcolisa umoya nokuyikhona okunefuzela ngokushintsha kwesimo sezulu ongejwayelekile.
Domestically, we are on track to produce 80% of our electricity from renewables by 2030. Our goal is climate neutrality by 2045, factoring in the impact of carbon sinks. We are projecting to cut our emissions by at least 88% in 2040 already.
Esithangamini sanamuhla abaholi base-Afrika bavumelane ngazwi linye ngokuthi amazwe acebile emhlabeni kufanele abe phambili ohlelweni oluzoba nemiphumela ebonakalayo ngokwehliswa kwezinga lakho konke lokho okungcolisa imvelo nomoya.
Ikomiti elibhekele umnyango weinkampani engamabhizinisi ombuso ePhalamende lisigodlile isinqumo malungana nokuthi ngabe lizokhipha isincomo sikazwelonke sokuthi ungqongqoshe walomnyango uPravin Gordhan aphenyelwe insolo zokungayiphathi ngendlela.
Le komiti ithi isayimisile inkqubo yayo yokuthatha isigqibo malunga nokuba uGordhan aphandwe yiPalamente kusini na. Le komiti ithi ifuna uGordhan afake amaxwebhu obungqina athi aza kuphikisana nezizitsholo ajongene nazo.
We still have to get the information from the minister who has promised in his presentation last week that he will present, will send those documents to us.
Le komiti ithi iza kunyanzeleka iwuqoshelise lo msebenzi kule veki izayo.
We want this process to be fast-tracked because it's a bit behind schedule. Therefore, we hope that by next week we'll be in a position to do so.
Kusenjalo le komiti iphinde yeva ngobume benkampani kahulumende ibikade iqhwalela iAlexco. Le nkampani ithi yenze ingeniso yama-70 ezigidi zerandi kulonyaka mali uphelileyo. Kwiindaba ze-SABC Dingubulelani Philip eParlamente.
Mbukeli sisathi ke qhu ngapha ngaseyitolo kanti uma ngabe sibuya sokuphathela udaba oluthi.
There's nothing to compare. There's no witness who can say whether it's credible or not.
Inkantolo yamantshi yaseMonti isigodlile isinqumo esicelweni somholi we-EFF uJulius Malema kanye nonogada wakhe uAdrian Snyman sokufuna ukuthi kuchithwe icala ababhekene nalo lokuqhumisa isibhamu esidlangalaleni. Siphinde sikubingelele mbukeli sikwamukele uma ngabe usanda kungena udabeni esithe olihamba phambili sibike ukuthi kuqubuke umlilo kwesinye isakhiwo esenkabeni yedolobha iGoli namhlanje emini lesakhiwo kesetshenziswa iSARS kanti kholakala ukuthi kucekeleke imiqulu yeSARS kulomlilo. Mbukela sikhumbuza ukuthi lezi ndaba zikhona na ku YouTube ungena kuye uyigcine ngamagama athi SABC Izindaba na kanjani ke uzoyithola. Sekuphinde kwacekeleka phansi ngomlilo esinye seyiteshi zogesi eyisePitoli namhlanje emva kokuthi eyinsukwini nje ezimbalwa ezedlule kucekelwe phansi ngamabomu isiteshi sogesi eseHeatherley ngasempumalanga yePitoli.
Maseko imeya yaseTshwane uSilia Brink ehambele estation sogesi saseRooival esicekelwe phansi ngomsombuluko. Ekseni namhlanje injini yogesi ePyramid ithungeleke ngomlilo kwadaleka umonakalo nongakatholakala kuyimbangela yokusha kwayo.
The Renewable power station is currently powered up. It is not damaged. The only part that has been damaged the transformers in this HT yard.
Umkhandlu dolobha waseTshwane uzodinga igidi zamarandi uze zogesi eyilimele. Kuma nje uvele ubhekene nesiteleka esingenamkhawulo seyisebenzi ngomdonsiswano wamaholo.
It told us to go back to work. But the city didn't want to give the employees a tool of trade. So workers are unable to perform their duties because the city doesn't want to give them resources.
Ukulethwa kwedingo zomphakathi kuphazamisekile. Nenqalazinda kahulumeni yaqhubeka nokulinyazwa. Imeya uSilia Brink umile kwelokuthi umkhandlu awunamali njengamanje.
What keeps me up at night is our financial position. It's not in fact the strike. It is the fact that we are running out of money at an alarming rate.
Iphathimandla zomkhandlu dolobha isacubungula isinqumo esivune izisebenzi odabeni lokwenyuselwa imiholo njengoba ifuna ukuthi siphosele inselele isinqumo.
Ikomiti lasePhalamende elibhekele ezobulungiswa lizoqhubeka nenyathelo zokususwa kwejaji uNkola Mutata kanye nejaji uJohn Hlophe. Lokhu ngemva kokuthi womabili lamajaji elahlwe amacala okungayiphathi ngendlela efanele emsebenzini wawo.
Kokulahlwa icala lokushayela ephuzile ngo-2009 kanye nesinqumo sesigungu esibhekelele ukuziphatha kwamajaji nesamthola enecala lokungaziphathi ngendlela efanele igxathu elilandelayo ukukhishwa kwakhe esikhundleni nokufaka phakathi iphalamende.
I think based on the program that we have just in fact on the guidelines that we have just adopted, I propose that we will formally write to the JSC to invite a briefing on the two judges.
Iphalamende alikaze libhekane nomsebenzi ofana nalona kanti ikomiti lithembisa ukuthi lizoqikelela liwenze ngendlela efanele umsebenzi walo.
We have to be clinical in how we do it, and so that there is never even any loophole of us being accused of being irrational and unfair. At the end, we're likely to take all those matters, but we must be on the safe side on the process and procedures.
Udaba lukaHlophe lusukela ngo-2008 ngesikhathi emangalelwa amajaji ayishumi nomuvo enkantolo yomthethosisekelo.
Sisagodliwe isinqumo esicelweni sokuhoxiswa kwecala elithweswe umholi we-EFF uJulius Malema kanye nonogada wakhe uAdrian Snyman. uMalema noSnyman babhekene necala lokuqhumisa isibhamu esidlangalaleni ngenkathi i-EFF ibungaza iminyaka emihlanu yasungulwa eMdantsane ngonyaka u-2018.
Abameli babatyholwa baxoxa ngelithi alikho ingqina lombuso linokuchaza ukuba lo mpusamatheni ngowamanyano kanyayinguwanga. Bongeze ngokuthi alikho ingqina elibele kwibala isisadukasha ngela xesha laza phambili lachaza ukuba loyikisela ubomi balo ngokudutyulwa kwalompu kwaye khange kubekho sakhiwo esathi samoshakala ngenxa yoku.
Because on the one hand he says one thing, on the other hand he says something else. The witnesses did not say that which he attributes to them. I say that on the basis of that it is clear, Your Worship, that there is no case for the accused to have to come and answer.
There's nothing to compare. There's no witness who can say whether it's credible or not, because there is simply nobody who has come before this court who can substantiate the claim that Snyman handed the firearm to Mr. Malema. If indeed it is a firearm.
Ukanti umbuso uyasikhaba esisicelo esithi noko ityala labo ngakubatyhola libuqilima.
The case is proved beyond reasonable doubt, but nothing short of that will surface. 1 + 1 = 2, plus another 1 = 3. Your Worship's got the video footage, Your Worship's got the spent cartridge, Your Worship's got the actual firearm. You've observed it.
Isigqibo ngakwesi sicelo silindeleke ngomhla we-19 kwinyanga ka-Oktoba. Abongile Yankees kwiindaba ze-SABC eMonti.
Untombizanele Mtsizela oneminyaka engama-35 ubudala nezingane zakhe ezintathu babekwe endaweni yabo yokugcina eJabavu ePort St John's eEastern Cape. Umtsizela usolwa ngokudlisa ushevu izingane zakhe ngesonto ledlule ngaphambi kokuba azibulale naye.
Nzima usizi lubhalwe ebusweni kubazili ngelixa kufika imizimba emine abazili basothule isikhalo. Le meko yothusa abantu abaninzi elizweni laseMzantsi Afrika usapho lusadandathekile emphefumulweni.
Basothukile kakhulu abantu kakhulu apha ekuhlaleni akukabi kuhle ncam andiqonda bayawuthi emva kokuba sebeyibekile imizimba le kumnqabaqinisekayo ke ngokuba yenzekile nyani lento abakaqiniseka ukuba yenzekile.
Ngoku ngabantwana abathathu babulewe ngunina wasibulala. Loo nto ke kwelinye icala abanye bathetha ngento ukuthi mhlambe indlala, kodwa ke mna ndifuna ukukhuthaza abantu bakuthi ukuthi masingabi saxhomekeka only kwinto zegrant nentoni.
Abantu abaninzi babona singathi indlala nentswelo-ngqesho ngunobangela wezenzo ezimila nje ingakumbi kwiindawo esezilalini. Kukwahlatywe ikhwelo lokuba urhulumente axhaphaxhabhise ngokwenza inkqubo ezawulwisana nendlala.
Eyona nto siyikhuthazayo msasazi ukuba le nto yabantu engathi bayibona yinto ekude le nto esmart city kuphela kwento enophelisa le nto yokuba abantu bade banikezele kuba bebona ingathi ikamva labo alikho ulungileyo.
Abantu abaninzi bathi izenzo zokuzibulala kwabantu kwiphondo leMpuma Koloni ziyazisanda yaye bafuna urhulumente enze nangakumbi uqinisekisa ukuba imikhuba enje iyapheliswa. Ndinkululeko Nyembezi weendaba ze-SABC ePort St Johns.
Beluphezulu uhwebo lwerandi emakethe namhlanje. Irandi libiza esedoleni laseMelika libe u-23.27 kupondo kanti lingu-20.11 ku-euro. Ipula laseBotswana libiza u-1.37. Ijesi ivale inkomba yezabelo yenyukile. Igolide libiza $1,941 i-ounce, iplatinum libiza $931 i-ounce, uwele ongahluziwe ubiza $95.57 umphongolo.
Ngikubingela umbukelo emakhaya isimo sezulu sanamhlanje kusihlwa ake sibheke ukuthi sime kanjani ke khona ke lezi ndelekile ihambisana nawo ke lo moya obandayo kakhulukazi njengempela masibheke laphana kwisifundazwe iWestern Cape zime nje ku-30% and ukuthi nje limboze ngamafuke kwele kaMthane yasingaphinde futhi ilindeleke nje leza imvula ezingatheni khona ke laphana eMpumalanga. Kanti kusasa la idliva ngempela ke izulu kakhulukazi ngempela laphana kuKapa lodumo zime nje imvula ku-60% ziya ku-30% ukhona ke nalo moya obandayo ogudla njalo laphana ku-Eastern Cape ugudle njalo kuye laphana kwele kaMthane ngaphinde futhi ilindeleke nje leza imvula ezingatheni ke laphana ke koMpumalanga. Kanti ke isixwayiso sethu ke sakusihle siphuma laphana kwa-South African Weather Service simi kanje liyaduma ke izulu endiloku akuduma ke kunobungozi ikakhulukazi njengempela laphana ke esifundazweni isaseMpumalanga kuyana kanjalo laphana kuBulukwane. Kanti ke esinye isixwayiso sethu ke sakusasa siphuma laphana kwa-South African Weather Service simi kanje ukhona ke lo moya ke uvunguza ngamandla ongadala wona kumlilo wamadlelo kwisifundazwe i-Eastern Cape kuyana kanjalo laphana enkabeni yezwe. Kanti ke amazinga okusihla kusihlwa ami kanje nasesilindele nje u11 ke laphana eKapa lodumo ke aphengithini ngo7 thanda ukuthi nje libandene laphana kuKimberley ngo6 kanti ke lithanda ukuthi nje lipholeke kuGoli koSoweto kanti ziyaduma ngo15 eMelo u8 kanti ke laphana leRismith liyabanda ngo11 Pietermaritzburg thanda ukuthi nje lipholeke ngo12 eThekwini lipholile ngo17 kanti East London u12 eGeorge singasulindeleke nje u10 kanti ke amazinga aphezulu ke kusasa ikakhulukazi njempela masibheke laphana kuKapa lodumo u16 liyashisa ke laphana kuAphengithini ngo30 lishise njalo ke laphana kuGoli koSoweto ngo29 kanti ke leRismith liyashisa ngo33 ePietermaritzburg liyashisa ngo33 kanti ke eRichards Bay u29 eThekwini eClermont kwaMashu eMlazi ngawulindela nje u27 thanda ukuthi nje lipholeke laphana ke eGqeberha ngo22 isibeka lapho ke isimo sezulu sanamhlanje kusihlwa mina ke ngiyintombi kaMadlamini olangelihle ngoba libalele ngithi konke kufeziwe.
Mbukeli ube nobusuku obuhle sibonga kakhulu ngokuthi uhlanganyele kanye nathi usale kahle.